got my big solar system even bigger. This is the AC coupled portion of the system, which I just installed last night and this morning. The whole purpose of this is taking advantage of the limited power to home capabilities of the Sol-Ark 12K, and combined with some current transformers that I was somehow able to fit inside this meter pan, I can couple in an external 240 volt AC source. In the case of my system, this is a 240 volt extension cord that I have kind of Jimmy Jackwagon rigged up, at least temporarily, running from the Magnum inverter in my old small power system. If you can consider 3.8 kilowatts of solar and almost a ton of batteries small, but compared to this it is. And that runs into this and is paralleled with the grid output on the Sol-Ark inside this meter pan, as previously mentioned. And the inlet from, or the feed in from this cable goes through the pair of current transformers, so that way the Sol-Ark is able to see how much electricity is coming from the external 240 volt source, again the Magnum inverter, and it parallels with that inside this, and it's able to basically zero that out. So you hit the requisite button, you can see right there, see the HM is 0 watts, it's home. That is, you should see periodically one of these bumps up to, a dozen or so watts. And that is the electricity coming from the Magnum inverter. And the LD load figure with the minus sign is the electricity that the Sol-Ark is back coupling into this. So yeah, that means that I'm able to combine 4 kVA inverter plus this. Yay, white balance one, all dicky. But able to combine that and run even bigger stuff. So what I do is I've got this load center here. I've got a 20 ampere double pole breaker which feeds this 240 volt receptacle. It's going to get replaced with a duplex, just what I had at the time. And each of those legs is, or each of the 120 volt legs is separately brought out to this pair of receptacles there. One on that leg, or this one on one leg, this one on the other leg. And then I have this other conduit thing and this 30 ampere breaker, which runs over across under all of the control boxes and blah de blah over to this. And so what I have is this NEMA 1030 plug, which is on the end of an extension cord which goes to the master house generator inlet. And so what I can do is I can either plug into the Sol-Ark directly up here, or the AC coupled Sol-Ark plus Magnum inverter down there. And then I've got other stuff, NEMA 630 receptacle. Relocated this one to make room for the conduit, and while I was at it, added a NEMA 1450 receptacle there, plus the original NEMA 650. And also different meters, because the other ones that I had desperately need recalibration. This is one of them, which I just have in here for functional verification purposes. But yes, it's a big thing. As in a grand total of over 11.5 kilowatts of solar. Big thing, but that's how I do. And this is the other end of that 240 volt extension cord. This is the Magnum MS4024PAE, which is providing the 240 volts that's AC coupled to the Sol-Ark. Again, I've got it plugged into the, right now, only one 240 volt receptacle for this inverter. It's got its own load center. I don't have a meter pan for this yet, although I do have some more of these London here easy read style meters, so I will get one fitted in here at some point, as well as get the load center an easier to reach location. Also got a pair of 15 ampere receptacles, one on each leg of the inverter, because the problem with this is that 4 kVA that it's rated for is split up between the two legs, so it's effectively only 2 kVA per leg. So if you're running big loads like turkey fryers, except because yes, I did fry our Thanksgiving turkey last year with this system. I was using this inverter, not this one, because I hadn't had this one installed yet. But whereas with this one, while it's only 3.5 kVA, that's all on one 120 volt leg. So yeah, a lot of stuff. And yeah, I'm going to be putting in a duplex there because, you know, convenience. Or if I can find a double gang single, I'll just put in, you know, another single receptacle. And also the lightning arrestor plug-in module, but the problem is because it's effectively a 4-position load center, it eats up half the thing. But then again, I don't have a huge amount of stuff on this the way I do on the 120 volt inverter. And you're humming a lot. Question. What don't want yet. Also, another thing I did to improve the system is I put in a whiz-bang junior, which I should have done 4 years ago. Because it's actually been about 4 years since I commissioned this, I think. Yeah, today, May 30th. Whatever Memorial Day was in 2016, that's the day I commissioned this. And, yeah. It was a fairly loud inverter, so. But yeah, and yes, I'm going to be improving this with putting this on a flexible bit of cord, so it's not this solid core stuff. But again, as you do, because big, complicated, well over 11 kilowatts of off-grid solar. So I'm at what? To use the unit that I just made up this morning, I'm at about over or close to 1.3 evergreens of solar capacity. Yeah, if you're taking 9 kilowatts as being one evergreen. Yeah, buddy.